Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. So we are here to discuss the smoke that has been put on the table, okay? Future, it's no point. We're gonna get into the background and stuff a little later, but let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. Future and Metro Boomin dropped the album together called We Don't Trust You. Shout out to Ice River the JBP because I did not put this together. That Future's tagline for Metro is, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you, right? That's his tagline. And the name of the album is We Don't Trust You. And there has been a rumored beef for a while between Drake and Future. And from my remembrance, if I can recollect, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, I think this beef started all the way back when, I don't know if it was the Tony Montana video, I think, the remix or whatever, and Drake didn't want to do the video to that at the time, and this is when Future was like still on his come up, and I think Future felt some type of way that he didn't do that. This stems all the way back to then, right? Now I thought maybe they would have been okay because, you know, I don't really count the Tim's Wait For You song, but they did just do Way Too Sexy for CLB, so I thought they was cool because they didn't just do the song, they also did a video together, right? But then when the new album dropped for all the dogs, there's a song on there called What Would Pluto Do? Now I was expecting Future to be on there because everybody knows Future, also aka Pluto, but he wasn't on that. These are the, trust me, we got to get deep into this. So let's start with What Would Pluto Do? Let's look at the lyrics. Damn, okay, I've been out the way in the cut. It's been a minute. Working on the album. Now it's finished. Last time I saw her, she was fucking with my nigga. So the question is, what would Pluto do? He'd fuck the hoe, so I did. What would Pluto do? He fucked the hoe, so I did. He definitely fucking on this hoe, A. Okay, so interesting. So this is obviously about a girl. Why do y'all always be it's always about a woman. It's always about a woman. Okay. Interesting. I've been out the way in the cut. It's been a minute. Working on the album. Now it's finished. Last time I saw her, she was okay. So is he saying last time he saw her, she was fucking with Future, but now he all up on her? So his question is, what would Future do? And Future will fuck her. So that's what he did. So maybe he's saying she just a hoe. We just shared her. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Wiggling back into my old ways. Bunch of sedatives, hypnotics in my system. Life is just going how I predicted. Blah blah blah. Dropping in her liquid. Oh, that's not okay. I ain't got a strap, I gotta risk it. Baby girl Adonis, need a sister that's disgusted. And baby mama out of the picture. Think Illuminati because I'm rich. Diamonds in the sky. Put your face down, ass in the air. Two comes. Let me see. Let's start here. I'm geeking off my pride. Lost my Sprite deal because Wayne kept pouring fives. You know I'm beefing with much older guys. Much older guys. Before I catch up with them, they'll probably what RIP them fuck niggas, what really hate a rap nigga. Let's not even talk about them fuck niggas, fuck them. Hit my line talking about what's up, well what's up then. Last time I saw you, you was talking about reduction. Oh, interesting. Looking at you now, I see you ain't got rid of nothing. Okay, this is about the girl again. But this part, this is interesting. This whole little, what really hate a rap nigga. Let's not even talk about them fuck niggas. Talk about Future in them. Okay, I'm putting it together. Fuck them. Hit my line talking about what's up. Well, what's up then? Oh, okay. Last time I saw you was talking about reduction. Looking at you now, you ain't get rid of the This shit came out of them jeans. Blah 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 blah. Interesting. That was interesting. I just read that live right there for y'all. Okay, interesting. Got it. So anyway, that right there, the what will Pluto do, that kind of really let most people know that there's really something going on between Future and Drake, okay? So, whatever. The album drops. There is a song called Like That. And in this song, there's a guest surprise appearance from Mr. Kendrick Lamar. So, let's go through some of the things that he said. Let's go. These niggas talking out of their necks. Don't pull no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. So we starting off with the smoke. So he's saying these niggas is talking crazy. But he too all right. Hey, let's get it, bro. Okay, so that means he ready. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better, which is the respect. Now, some people, I'm not going to say what some people, I'm going to say what I think. I think what he's saying is DOT, the money, power, and respect, the last one is better. So if this is a diss towards Drake specifically, and Drake and Cole, y'all want the money, Drake, and you also want the power, Drake. But I prefer to just be respected from my craft. I'm not necessarily looking to get all of the money in the world from this rap shit or being the most powerful person in the industry like you are. I prefer to get the respect as an MC. Then it says, say it's a lot of goofies with a check. Now that could be check as far as Nike or check as far as a blue verified check. I mean, I hope their sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar. I choose violence. Okay, so right here, right? This is my thing, Kendrick. If you're gonna choose violence, and this is really to y'all, I'm gonna be honest. Well, I'm not that excited about all of this because I'm tired of the half stepping, Kendrick. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you always getting on somebody's verse as a guest and halfway doing it. Now, you sent a lot of shots that was very clear, which we'll get to next. But if you're going to choose violence, then choose it all the way. Do not get me hyped about a potential back and forth between you, J. Cole, or you and Drake for you to not actually pull up when it's time to pull up. So let's keep going. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Now, I don't know if that's towards Cole or Drake, because let's be clear, Cole, to me, if we had to put the big three in order, for me, it would be Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. I'm talking about today in 2024, where we March 25th at 11:24 a.m. I'm putting Cole, Drake, and Kendrick, and in that order. So the reason why I think he's talking about Cole mostly when he said it's time for him to prove that he's a problem is because Cole in the last couple of years has really been on this thing to kind of show that he's not number 3, because for the longest, no cap, Cole was always number 3. What went back and forth really was who was number 1, Kendrick or Drake. Cole was always number 3 because it's like, Cole is really cool, right? He can rap very well. But to be quite honest, he wasn't really he had an impact, which is why he's in the big 3, but it was not the same as Kendrick or Drake. It just was not. It just wasn't. But he's a good rapper. However, I would say over like the last 4 to 5 years, Cole has been extremely consistent. And not just like consistent as far as that his output of music, but the quality. And the quality of each verse is insane. What was that other album that he put out recently with the with Applying Pressure on it? Whatever that album was, right? That album killed that. Amazing. The Fall Off is coming up next. I think that's gonna be great. And everything that Cole has done so far, he has literally proven that he is the best. Out of the 3, he is uno. So that's why I think when he says it's time for him to prove that he's a problem, because it does feel like Cole is on this mission to kind of prove, like, we'll get to the first person shooter mode lyrics, that he is number uno. Okay, let's keep moving on. Niggas clicking up but cannot be legit. No 40 water. Tell them. Now, somebody said something about the no 40 water also being a reference to something with E40, so it's like a double. But if y'all know 40 is Drake's producer. 40's big thing with Drake is to put the beat underwater. But niggas is clicking up cannot be legit. So he's obviously talking about Drake and Cole. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all probably heard my baby in the back screaming, but I apologize. She is tired. But niggas clicking up but cannot be legit. So obviously we're talking about Cole and Drake clicking up. Now, the thing that throws me off about this is I wonder why he decided to put both of them together in this, because if you listen to first person shooter mode, for the most part, we will get into where I could see where Kendrick would be a little offended, but for the most part, it always felt like Cole was a good middleman. Like, not that he played both sides, but that he was cool with Kendrick and that he was cool with Drake. Him and Drake could do songs together. He would, like, I think he had Kendrick on a hook of one of his songs or something like that. They did Black Friday together. Like, it seemed like Cole was the one who was cool with both of them. But I don't know if it's a situation where it's like, well, I got a beef with this nigga, and since y'all two is clicking up on a first person shooter song, you can get it too. Right? Okay. So then it's get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap, this smelly mel if I had to. Okay. So that's where he's pretty much saying fuck y'all and fuck y'all song. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. So I don't know if he's saying fuck the sneak dissing on his side, because it could be a double. It could be him saying fuck the sneak dissing from my side. I'ma just plain put it out there. First person shooter, yes, I'm talking about y'all song. And it could also be y'all was sneak dissing on first person shooter. So fuck all of that. Be clear about what you're saying. Now, before we go any further, let's go to first person shooter lyrics, right? This first verse is Cole, right? First person shooter mode. We turning your song into a funeral, which I low-key do agree when Joe said that, like, I feel like Cole was like low-key dissing Drake on his own song, but it's another conversation for another day. But first person shooter mode, we turning your song to a funeral. To them niggas that say I'm trying to sing it like that. Off of us, you better be talking about working in cubicles. Yeah, them boys had it locked, but I knew the code. Lot of niggas debating my numero. Not the 3, not the 2, I'm the UNO. Yeah. Numero, you and know. Me and Drizzy, the shit like a Super Bowl. Man, the shit that shit but the because the super. Okay, so let's start here, right? Not the 3, because again, Cole has always really been slotted as the number 3. I'm not the 2. I'm the UNO. I'm number 1. Numero uno. So, and you keep going throughout this verse, it's him telling y'all, I know that y'all have me slotted as number 3 behind Kendrick and Drake, but I'm telling y'all I'm better than both of them. Not just Drake, I'm number 1. And a lot of people, most, like I would say, hip-hop purists will put Kendrick as number 1. So I could see why Kendrick may feel like, oh, you talking about you not number 3, you not number 2, you number 1. Oh, so you better than, fuck Drake, you better than me? You not better than me. You not better than me, right? Okay. Then you got Drake, but the difference is it's just 2 guys playing they shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their first back to me, and it'd be terrible just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they just start about who to go. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who to go, who to go, who to go. So there is always a big thing, kind of like from the 90s, is like who's the best? Is it Pac? Is it Jay? Is it Big? You know how you have them little things. So for the 2010s, and somebody gonna say on Twitter, you're completely out of touch if you think that they're still the big 3. They are the big 3. Let's be clear. Nobody is saying that they're the only ones, but if we're talking, when we say the top 3, we're talking about the top of 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 the heat. We're not talking about who today is Lil Papa. We're talking about people that have sustained and can drop right now and do numbers. That's what we're talking about. There is nobody so far. We're in 2024. There is nobody so far that can be considered the top 3. Who is y'all top 3? It damn sure is not Lil Baby. Please don't put him on there because y'all don't even like his music now. So the top 3, undisputably, are those 3. That's a fact, okay? So the conversation is always about who is the GOAT, who's the best. And I always feel like that depends. I think the GOAT depends on what your criteria is, right? And also what you feel like works. So if we just have a quick conversation about my thinking of everything, right? The reason why, to me, I put Kendrick on the bottom, I'm sorry, but consistency matters. It matters to me, again, because everybody has their own criteria. To me, consistency matters. Kendrick is a great rapper. He's one of the best of all time. Let's not get it twisted. He's one of the best of all time. But one of the things about Kendrick that he lacks compared to Drake and Cole is consistency. I get the whole mystique or whatever, but there was something, and I think this was also what Kendrick does too, when I think maybe Drake said in an interview, like, I'm not one of those niggas that's gonna drop every 4 to 5 years just to keep my mystique. I want to drop. And I do think that after a while, Kendrick, that shit has to stop. Like, all of this, you dropping every 5 to 10 years or whatever, like, that's why to me, you're always going to be slated at number 3. You're not putting out enough of a consistent clip. You're not putting out enough of a clip rate for me to even judge you fairly against everybody else. And people could say like, oh, well, it's quality over quantity. But my thing about it is, let's look at the last couple of years for Cole. Cole's clip rate has been crazy as far as how much music he's been actually cranking out. And the quality of all of that has been high, which is why he's number one. That's why Cole is number one. And even over Drake, because although Drake has a high clip rate, and to be quite honest, if we was to look at how many times he shot versus how many times he actually got it in, some people might say he's number one. But the point of the matter is, I can say over the years, the last couple of years, the quality has not lined up with the quantity. The more that Drake has put out, the less quality it has had over the last couple of years, versus Cole, it's the opposite. The more he's put out recently, the better and better and better. For this first person shooter mode, the whole thing, this is Cole's song. Cole washed Drake on this. Easy. So with Kendrick, I think Kendrick has the potential to grab his number one spot again, but Kendrick was number one when he was really active. Kendrick ain't active like that, so it was hard for us to even put you in the conversation when you're not really active. And let's be very clear, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was not critically acclaimed. It was not, I won't say critically acclaimed, but it wasn't taken in the way a lot of his other albums was. I think out of all of the albums that Kendrick put out, that might be the least like talked about, liked, whichever album you want to call it. That wasn't received well. That album was not received well. Not like Damn, not like any of the other ones before that. It just wasn't. So that's why, to me, I do agree that as we stand right now, March 25th, 2024, Cole is number one. And that could change, because as the years has gone on, the order has changed. It used to be Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Then it was Kendrick, Drake, Cole. Then for a minute, Drake was at the bottom of the heap. To be quite honest, like, the order can switch, but you gotta pop up. So let's go back to the thing, right? Niggas so thirsty to put me in beef, dissecting my words and looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock because I love the mystique. Now that right there, I feel like when he said I look at the tweets and I start sucking my teeth, to me, that goes back to the conversation, because there's constantly a conversation about who's better, Cole, Kendrick, or Drake. And I think when he's like, I look at the tweets, I see what y'all be saying about how it's Kendrick or how it's Drake, but it's not me, and y'all always leave me off of it. Similar to, oh, my baby daddy, Big Sean. I'm so sorry. He tried to drop a song, but like, look at the big three, right? Y'all always try to leave me out of that or try to put me at the bottom. I'm never considered the top, right? So to me, that's the I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm naming the album The Fall Up because it's pretty ironic, because it ain't no fall up for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali. Okay, now stop right there. That is where Kendrick could start to feel a little bit of way. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey? Or is it me? And I also want to point out to most people that they might not, this is the first time that this has ever actually been recognized verbally. That's why this song is really important by one of the big three, because this has been a conversation forever, but no one has ever truly acknowledged the fact that that is the conversation. None of them have ever really came out their mouth and say, we know what y'all saying, we hear it. So I'm glad that it is, right? We the big three like we started the league, right? That's cool. But right now, I feel like Muhammad Ali. So pretty much, I'm the greatest of all time. The greatest. So y'all can have the conversations about who's the biggest one, but I'm telling you right now, it's me. I'm the big dog. Me, okay? The one they call when they shit ain't connecting no more. I feel like I got a job in IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them intended your weight. Hey, how the game got away from the bars, man. Shit like a prison escape. Everybody steppers. Mr. Big Morale, and this is the Big Steppers. Everybody steppers, well, fuck it. Then everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear my plate. Now, actually, can I revert back to what I said about I don't know why Kendrick shot at him? That's why he shot at him. Right there. There we go. Y'all not gonna keep trying to say that Kendrick is better than me. I think when it gets down to it, Cole knows that people don't really put Drake. Drake is the best in his own way, but I think he knows that when people are talking about lyrically, they always really mean him and Kendrick. And to be quite honest, I think Cole is tired of it. Stop trying to say that this nigga Kendrick is better than me. He's not better than me. He's not. Everybody steppers, well, fuck it. Did everybody breakfast and I'm about to clean up my plate. You niggas is breakfast for me. Let's go, Cole. Let's go. All right. When I show, this is when he switched the flow. When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster. The gold with the cold pin, the top toucher, the spot rusher. Straight as old shit. The crop duster. Woo, child. Yeah, this was good. And then Drake went on his, I'm about to click on other shit. I'm about to click it, even though that shit hits. It hits. Right, so let's go back. Go back to the verse. So Buck sneak dissing, first person shooter mode. I'm a first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap, diss Smelly Mel if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. Lost too many soldiers to not play it safe. If he walking around with the stick, it ain't Andre. It ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location? I still got PTSD. Now, it is said that this is in reference to when Cole had the song Stick, and he said, I think it was like, but I still treat a ride through the hood like a hike through the woods, got a stick that I take with me, something like that, right? But that whole, if he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location, I still got PTSD, right? So I'm thinking that's definitely about Cole, that first line. If he walk around with the stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Then this is where we get to the point. This is what he came to say. Motherfuck the big 3, nigga. It's just big me. Nigga bum what? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga bum, for all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. That was straight at both of them. Specifically Drake. Now let's be clear. The majority of this really is at Drake. A lot of it is, right? So, motherfuck the big 3, nigga, it's just big me. So y'all keep talking about, is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We started the big 3. It's not big 3. It's not. It's me. It's just me. It's just me. Y'all 2 don't count. It's just me, right? And then he said, what? I'm really like that at your best work. Oh, and your best work is a light pack. So he's saying, Drake, your best album is nothing compared to anything I've ever dropped. Which some people might agree with that. It's nothing compared to anything I've ever done in my life, okay? Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Now, this is the comparison of Prince and Michael Jackson. Most people know that they kind of had a little bit of a feud. And some people would say that, like, in this situation, Prince is Kendrick and Drake is Michael Jackson, which I think it's a fair comparison to a degree to put them both in that box, as far as like how people like view them and stuff like that, because you know Prince was seen more about like being an artist and really caring about the music and not caring too much about commercial success and independent rights and all this other stuff, while Michael Jackson was more like the pop guy, and he was seen as the guy who just kind of cranked out hits after hits after hits after hits after hits. So he's saying Prince outlived Mike Jack. I guess, sure. So that's his diss to him. And then For All Your Dogs Getting Buried, which is the name of his album, For All Your Dogs, that's a K with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery, nigga bomb. So that's the diss. This is what I said on Twitter, and I stand by this. As great as this was, Kendrick, and I'm glad that you were like being very straight and direct about who you were talking to. I'm very happy about that part. The problem that I have here, and I keep saying the reason why Drake for the longest was number 1 for me compared to both of y'all, is because something that Drake is that none of you guys are, you guys never had a back and forth with anyone. That's why I would prefer to see Kendrick and Cole go back and forth versus Kendrick and Drake, to be quite honest, because whether or not you feel like Drake lost some of these, Drake went into a back and forth with Common, and that's how we got Stay Scheming. Niggas tryna get at me. Dow, I ride for my... Hello? Okay, that's how we got stay scheming. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That's how we got that, okay? He came for calm ahead. Then we got him and Joe. Now, it was a little bit of a back and forth, but not too much. But he did go back and forth with Joe. Then we got him and Meek. We got our classic back-to-back moment. And then, although I don't think that he lost, I think y'all overhyped it, to be quite honest. But then you had him and Pusha T, and they literally did back and forth diss tracks to each other. So as much as everybody wants to always come for Drake and try to put him on the bottom, he's the only person out of the big three that's battle tested. Not once, not twice, but thrice. And Kendrick, if you not going to come full out swinging and give us a full diss track, not just a little control verse, not just this. If you're gonna give us something once every 15 years, you can keep it. So I'm telling you right now, if Cole comes out, because Cole is recording, to be quite honest. So if Cole comes out and do a whole diss track on that ass, if Drake comes out and do a diss track on that ass, and you don't say anything, Kendrick has to stay on the bottom of the pile because he's not battle tested. And you cannot keep throwing out bait and not go for the gusto. We are tired of this 10-year war. Get to it and end the conversation of who's the best or shut up. So my thing is, they sent for you, because I'll be fair, they sent for you on first person shooter. They sent for you. You responded the way that you did. Now I'm going to say this right like this. Like I said, if you do not clear with a full track, if you don't engage, if they come back and say something else and then you just leave it and you don't say anything for another 10 years, Kendrick, you're at the bottom. It's time. It is time for Kendrick and Cole to step up to the plate and do what Drake has done at least 3 to 4 times. It's time to have it back and forth. Whether and if it's with each other, that's even better. That's even better if it's both of y'all. I could honestly care less about Kendrick and Drake going back and forth. I feel like I'm over the whole thing between both of them. It doesn't feel like it's ever gonna go anywhere. And like I said, I've seen Drake go back and forth with people enough. I want to see Kendrick and Cole go back and forth. Y'all two have never done that with anybody. Cole did a little itty bitty something, but it's with one of them young boys. That don't count. I want to see y'all go at it, and let's end the conversation between the big three of who's really the big dog. We gotta end it. So I came on here to say that, but we'll see. I gotta get my baby from my man because I don't know why she's crying. But just tell me what y'all think. I'm in the comments. Bye.